Good evening. This is the Guyana Learning Channel's news in capsule for Tuesday, June 22, 2021. Here are the top stories we will be covering. Public Service Ministry relaunches website. Sputnik shortage due to spike in Russian cases. President Ali discusses ISDB intervention. In the world of sports, Holder Catch makes ESPN top plays, and regionally, MOU to fight climate change signed. Internationally, Canada to accept vaccinated travelers in July. With the news in detail, I am Vinelli Singh. The Ministry of Public Service has relaunched its website to make it more user-friendly to better serve the people. Minister Honorable Sonia Parag says this is the first step in digitizing the ministry. She noted that while there was an existing website when she took office, more work was needed to be done to ensure that it provided and could capture all the relevant information to meet the users' needs. Additionally, the minister noted that the relaunching of the website is in keeping with the Ministry of Public Service's mandate to modernize the public service. System Development Officer at the ministry, Mr. Selvin Nurse, explained that users can access information on both the operations of the ministry and scholarship programs, while the ministry's scholarship manager, Ms. Diomati Siram, says the new website will see applicants receiving quicker responses. Work was started on the website mid-last year and was recently completed. The website went live 2 weeks ago and can be accessed at msp.gov.gy. This piece was extracted and modified from the Department of Public Information. Minister of Health Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony says the delay in the arrival of the second doses of the Russian Sputnik V vaccine may be due to Moscow's spike in the Delta variant of COVID-19. The minister noted that the substantial spike in positive cases in Moscow had caused the authorities to ramp up their vaccination in the country, causing a delay in supplies needed. Minister Anthony said he is hopeful that Guyana will receive the second dose soon, so persons can be fully immunized against a severe form of COVID. Persons are due to receive the second dose of the vaccine 12 weeks after having been inoculated with the first. While there has been no confirmation of any new strains of the disease in Guyana, Minister Anthony encourages the public to continue to observe all the gazetted COVID-19 precautionary measures. To date, over 200,000 eligible adults have received their first dose of the COVID vaccine, reflecting about 46.8% of the population. Some 98,635 persons have also received their second doses. This piece was extracted and modified from the Department of Public Information. His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali on Tuesday met virtually with the President of the Islamic Development Bank, Dr. Bandar Hajar, and his team to discuss intervention measures and the bank's support in the wake of the recent floods across Guyana. The head of state raised the need for aids to farmers to restore their productive capacity, support for drainage and irrigation initiatives, and further strengthening the national drainage system. Discussions also centered on assistance for the affected hinterland and riverine communities. These areas, the President explained, depend predominantly on the mining and forestry sectors. Other critical interventions identified were the restoration of river dams, hinterland roads, and bridges, many of which were destroyed and remained submerged. The President of the Islamic Development Bank assured that no effort could be spared to support Guyana's rebuilding efforts and enable more resilient infrastructure. This piece was extracted and modified from the Department of Public Information. Now in the world of sports, the former captain, who was fielding at second step, dived full length to his right to snare an edge off the bat of Keshav Maharaj off the bowling of Jayden Seales. The catch was selected at number 9 on the ESPN top plays list. The grab was Holder's third of the innings and his 50th overall in the Test cricket. The all-rounder is now among the few select players in the history of Test cricket to make over 2,000 runs, take over 100 wickets, and take 50 catches. South Africa went on to win the second Test and take the series 2-0. This was extracted and modified from Loop News. And now for regional news. A recommitment to taking the necessary steps to combat climate change was made with the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, between international organizations and the Caribbean groups. The participants included the United States Agency for International Development and Eastern and Southern Caribbean Mission, USAID's ESC representatives from the Caribbean Community Climate Change Center, the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology (CIMH), and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency. The MOU reaffirms the long-standing partnership between USAID and leading climate change entities and further recognizes the urgent need for climate action in the Caribbean region. This piece was extracted and modified from Loop News. And now for international news. Canada announced the details of the first phase of its approach to easing border measures for vaccinated travelers entering the country. Starting July 5, 2021 at 11:59 p.m. EDT, fully vaccinated travelers who are permitted to enter Canada will not be subject to the federal requirements to quarantine or take a COVID-19 test on day 8. In addition, fully vaccinated travelers arriving by air will not be required to stay at a government-authorized hotel. To be considered fully vaccinated, a traveler must have received a full series of vaccine or a combination of vaccines at least 14 days prior to entering Canada. Currently, those vaccines are manufactured by Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, Covishield, and Janssen or Johnson & Johnson. Travelers can receive their vaccine in any country and must provide documentation supporting their vaccination in English, French, or with a certified translation. The pre-arrival and on-arrival testing requirements for all travelers are still in place. Travelers must also electronically submit COVID-19 related information on the ArriveCAN app or by signing in online before arriving in Canada. Those who are not yet fully vaccinated will only be able to enter under rules that include staying in a quarantined hotel and 14-day isolation. Those who are fully vaccinated but are traveling before July 5 will also have to continue to travel under those old rules. This was extracted and modified from Loop News. With that, we've reached the end of today's broadcast. Be sure to join us again tomorrow for another edition of GLC News right here on the Guyana Learning Channel. On behalf of the technical team, thanks for watching and stay safe, Guyana.